Welcome, everybody. This is Brother Francis E. Revels-Bey, the founder of the Circle of Grace One, here on YouTube and every place else in the world. It was established on around July 2nd of 1974 and fully seeded into the earth on July 2nd, 1999. This is a pre-recorded program. Okay, so I'm just coming on tonight is December the 26th. I thought about doing something live, but nah, I figure I'd come on and do a pre-recorded. This way, you don't really miss anything. You can replay it as many times as you want. And also, since it's approaching that time of the year where people are getting ready to celebrate Christmas, birthdays, and Christmas, and New Year's, I thought that if I do come on and do something live, it would be probably sometime next week. Now, of course, my reason for being here is I have a special online course coming up connected to my book for the same title. The Key to Life is Numerology. I'm doing this on February the 1st. That's when it starts. February the 1st, 2023, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. However, starting January the 2nd, 2023, running up to 12 midnight on January the 18th, you could sign up for the course with the early bird fee of $297. That's a savings of $103. Now, if you wait after that, which means if you decide, hey, I'm going to take this course and it's January the 19th, then what's going to happen is on January the 19th through February the 19th, giving you a whole month to pay off $400. That's the standard price for the course is $400 from January the 19th to February the 19th. I'm only looking for about 10 to 15 people, and gradually people are signing up with the early bird price. So I'm not going to teach any more than 15 people at a time. It's going to run like a college semester course from February the 1st, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Each class will be 90 minutes long. It's going to end on Wednesday, May 31st of 2023. That's 18 weeks. 12 of those are paid classes to you, and the other 6 are review classes that'll be on and off throughout the 18 weeks, 6 free classes as review classes. So it's an 18-week course. The Key to Life is Numerology, based on my book under the same name. The Key to Life is Numerology. So, what are some of the things that you're going to learn during that time? One of the things I want to relate to you is that during these weeks, one of the things is, let's say for very first class was going to be an introduction. I'm going to talk about how numerology is used around the world because numbers is the language of the universe, right? So everything that we use numerically is building a vibration and the universe is kicking out a language. You know, there are signature plants that have 3 leaves, like poison ivy. You got a 4-leaf clover, that's a 4. And so you've got various textures of numbers imprinted throughout not only our planet, but other planets within the greater universe. Class number 2 is on February the 8th, and you're going to learn about meditation and numbers, and you're going to get the basic meanings of the numbers. Like, for example, this is from 0 to 9. I'm going to talk about the 0 in that class. What is 0, or known as the cipher? That's the divine mother, father, principal energy. It's the alma mater. It's the I am that I am. And each one of those numbers from 0 to 9, I have an affirmation that goes with it that speaks of a conscious layer. Okay, so each one of these numbers, 0 to 9, have a specific meaning that will help you out. Like 1 is unity and oneness, 2 is duality, polarity, opposites, pairs. So we're going to get you into that concept. If you meditate on the numbers from 0 to 9, you start pulling out the nectar of the numbers, the sweetness out of the numbers. That's going to be very helpful. And then in class number 3, which will be February the 15th, we're going to go through the value and frequencies of numbers. In other words, I'm going to introduce to you the modern Pythagorean alphabet, not the Greek Pythagorean, the modern Pythagorean. At some point in the course, I'm going to talk about the ancient Chaldean numerology system. So there's two systems that I'm going to use in which we could break down names, okay? And that's going to be very helpful. The book has one specific iconic figure. So one of the things that you should do if you plan on taking this numerology course, the key to life is numerology for 18 weeks. I want you to go online to Amazon.com and get the book. Why? Because you'll be able to read ahead, you'll be able to study. For those of you who pay into this course, whether it's the early bird fee of $297 or you pay the regular fee of $400, you have at least 4 weeks from January the 19th through February the 19th, which you can still enroll by just putting out $100 toward that $400. And the course starts immediately. It's going to be an online course live, okay, which I'm going to videotape the course. For those of you who pay into the course, each week thereafter, you're going to get the video copy. I'm going to use, I think, like a whiteboard. Okay. So what will happen is there'll be some tips on the whiteboard that I'll post on the screen, especially when we're looking at the modern numerology alphabet. So what will happen is you'll see the alphabet in front of you. And as a group together, we're going to go over one or two names, and I'll start them off and give you what the values of a specific name is. I might use another iconic figure that has passed on so that you could work with names, you could work with date of birth, but most specifically, you'll be able to work on your own at the same time in this course. After all, it's an 18-week course, 18 consecutive classes every Wednesday night, starting February the 1st at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And just like I had mentioned, here's the kicker. It's live online with me. So we're all interacting. Now I'm looking for no more than 15 students tops to teach live at the same time in this group format. Okay. Now when the course is over, what's going to happen? I'm going to send you some more information dealing with numerology, a different way of looking at the power of numbers. Also in that course, we're going to learn how you can discover the teacher within a relationship between two people, not just looking at their names, but specifically looking at their date of birth and how you can make comparisons. For those of you who want to learn how to construct the chart, I'll help you do that throughout those 18 weeks. We're going to look at names first, how to break down a name, how to get into a name. So I may, on a whiteboard, I may already have set up some names, okay? Full names, just the first name, nicknames, and so forth. And you're going to be able to look at the name, look at the date of birth, break it down, and see the information. I'll put up some of the keywords to the numbers. But if you have the book, right then and there, you'll be able to look at the birth date numbers. Now, when we get to February 22nd, that's when we're going to review what we learned in class number 3. May look at some of the other things that I spoke about. Now, this is a 2 to 3 page outline. So, letting you know what's going on from week to week, the topics, the things that we'll discuss, the things that I'm going to teach. There is no exam. Okay, so don't be offended if you're nervous about, am I going to give you a live exam? No. But what will happen is you'll be interacting not only with myself with some questions and me giving you some answers, but also the other people who will be there in this class with you in this course. Remember, it's like a college semester, 18 consecutive weeks. Now, here's something else I want you to know. When you pay into this course, if for any reason you have to miss a class, don't worry about it. You're going to get a copy of that live video class. Okay. So you're not going to be left out of the mix. I hope you don't have any emergencies so that you could be online with me live. So this is going to be a very unique program for you to go through. When we get to Wednesday, March the 1st, when you get to March the 1st, now you'll be in the course roughly what, in one entire month. You're going to be looking at what is called the soul urge, the personality, and the key name number. That's unique all into itself. You're going to understand what the vowels are. That's the soul urge. That's the hidden desires that you have as a person according to the name that you're using. We're going to look at the personality, which is based on the consonants. And so the personality is what people see in you, you know, how you give off a certain type of energy. That's what the consonants do in your name. You're also going to look at your first name, known as the key name. That's going to be unique. Then the following week in March, the second Wednesday in March, we're going to review that information because this is a lot of material. I understand that this might, many of you may not have ever been involved in numerology, and this is just not picking out keywords. Okay, the book has plenty of keywords in there. There'll be a part when we do a review, and then we jump to class number 5 and we talk about cornerstones, emotional vibrational numbers, emotional response. The cornerstone is the very first letter when you start to write out your name, type out your name, the very first letter, be it a vowel or a consonant. Then we'll look at the emotional response, and that will be definitely the first vowel that shows up in the first name. Some people have names where a vowel starts their name off. That means something. People have two consonants, then a vowel. That's a whole nother vibration to itself. So you're going to see how all these numbers interact and relate with each other. What you're also going to learn is the bridge. Now, I don't want to give it away right away, but the bridge is an additional name that that person has, be it a nickname or might be a middle name. Okay. But if that name is used frequently, some people like to use a middle name more so than a first name. You see that sometime with business people. They'll sign their first initial and then they'll use their middle name in their last name. Why? Because they're creating a whole nother frequency. Okay. They're putting out things that will elevate them. All right. When we get to class number 6, which will be March 22nd on a Wednesday, we're going to look at the entire name, what everything adds up to. And at that point, we're going to look at strengths and lessons, or known as strengths and weaknesses. Strengths are how many times a number appears throughout your name, whether it's a vowel or a consonant. Each one has a number. So that'll be your strengths. And that strength will determine how you might act or react throughout your day or interact with other people. The lessons are the missing numbers in your name. Now, in this course, we're going to I will start you off using the modern numerology alphabet system. Why? It's the easiest to remember. The Chaldean is a little bit more difficult to remember. What they do share in common is the first 5 letters. The first 5 letters have exactly the same values, but then it shifts around. This is the modern Chaldean. So, there are going to be some homework assignments. It's not just I teach the class and then you got to wait till what's the next class going to be. There's going to be some homework assignments in there that will tell you what to do, how to do. Why? Because it's going to pinpoint certain things in the course for you. That's what I want to do. I want to help you understand how to use numerology in your life. And one of these things is I like to teach something that you can, boom, start with right away. So that's just to give you an idea of what this course is all about, how I'm going to teach numerology to you. Now, many people will say, well, how long have you been working with numbers, Brother Francis? Well, I started studying numerology as just a hobby in 1974, right after I got graduated from college. It was just a hobby. I wanted something to do. I thought I might use astrology as a hobby until I realized I had to do a lot of mathematical calculations, and I didn't really want to put the money out to get all these affirmances to figure things out. I thought it was a little overwhelming. So I found a numerology book at a flea marketplace, and voila. I got excited. I liked what I heard, what I was reading from another numerologist. And this is back in the 70s when it wasn't as a big a thing in the mainstream of life itself. The only people that were studying numerology a lot were people who could readily apply it to, let's say, celebrities. There's a lot of numerologists and astrologers out there in Los Angeles, Beverly Hills, California, also in New York City. There used to be a guy by the name of Norvell Norvell was the first name that he used, or his last name. And he used to give these classes in Carnegie Hall and other locations there in New York City. And that was back in the 60s and the 70s. There was a guy by the name of Kevin Avery Quinn. He was the guy that was using numerology a lot. And a lot of the singers used to go to him. And he lived out in Los Angeles, the Beverly Hills section. People who belonged to Masonic orders and things, fraternal orders and sorority type orders connected to the fraternal orders that were quote unquote the secret societies. Those people were studying numerology. And people involved in the occult were using number frequencies in themselves to comprehend how the universe worked for them. Like for instance, right now out on the market, there's the 369 project, it's called. Somebody decided to realize, hey, I want to take the law of attraction to another level. So I'm going to use Tesla's 369. And you can go out there and you see what they're doing. Like in the morning, write what an affirmation, something that you desire in the form of an affirmation 3 times in the morning. Midway through your day, write it again 6 more times, and then at night write it again 9 more times, and keep that going for a certain length of time and watch things roll out in your life. So there's tons of things that we could use to help you understand, meaning my higher self, and you help you understand how numerology can help you in your life. So that's what this short pre-recorded video is all about. If you want to get more information, you gotta email me right away at iam.circleofgrace1, Circle of Grace 1, iam.circleofgrace with the number 1 right after the letter E in grace at gmail.com. Say, hey, Brother Francis, tell me, how can I pay for this course? And I will send you the 5 different ways in which you could pay for this course. It's going to be a very exciting time to learn this and kick it off in 2023. All right, because 2023 universally is a 7. So it's going to be a good time if you're born under the sign of Pisces, if you're born in the 7th month in the calendar system, which is Libra, a 7th sign, it's going to be good for you to take this course. All right. If you're born under the sign of Cancer, which is ruled by the number 2, it's going to be good for you to take this course. Its alternative qualities of the 7 and the 2 are the 1 and 4. So guess what? That's Leo followed by Aquarius. Or if you're born on the 7th, 16th, 25th, 2nd, 11th, 20th, and 29th, most of the numbers in a month, the 1st, 10th, 19th, and 28th, and 4, 13, 22, and 31. You got those 4 vibrations in there. This is a course for you, but it's directed for everybody. You can be a beginner. You can be at intermediate level. You can be someone who studied it a while and you just want to firm up on what you already know or don't know. The second part of the class, we're going to look at the birth date information and how you could use that. Okay, so it's not just on names, but it's also on the birthday, which is part 2. So that's the information I want to get out to you in this pre-recorded message. Tonight is what? the 23rd. Hey, the 23rd is good for those people who want to be thrivers, not just surviving. Okay, numerology can help you do that. I'm going to sign off right now. Merry Christmas to all of you who celebrate. Happy Kwanzaa for all of you that celebrate. Happy Hanukkah for all of you that celebrate. Okay, and if you don't celebrate any of it, but you celebrate life itself, do it with your family members. That's the most exciting thing. Get together with close friends and really enjoy each other and really help each other. 2023 is the year that we have to step out of our personal space a little bit and start grooving on a different level. Start really helping everybody raise their frequency and their vibration. It doesn't matter if you're vegan, vegetarian. Hey, if you happen to be a person that's a meat eater, that doesn't make you a bad person. Just do the right thing by everybody. Help somebody that needs some help. Be a blessing in another person's life. And I guarantee you, your life will improve just as their life improves as well. My grace is your grace. Until next time, remember that divine grace is a blessing as we're alive and well in the age of remembrance. And email me at iam.circleofgrace1@gmail.com to find out how to pay for this course. Remember, January the 2nd through January the 18th, the door is open for the early bird fee for this numerology course of what? $297. You're going to save $103. After that, January 19th to February the 19th, 12 midnight, you got to have the $400 paid. Okay. So email me, get more information. Thank you for your time. Be good to yourself. And remember, love yourself and others unconditionally. Take care now.